I said I came straight from the bottom, getting profit off that product. Little purple haze, little sour D's, little Molly beans, I got it. And I came straight from the projects. Niggas whipping that Pyrex, soaking in the kitchen. Whipping, trying to make the whole pie stretch. In kitchen, whipping, trying to make the whole pie stretch. In kitchen, whipping, trying to make.
I'm not defending nobody doing drugs.
Speak your mind, bro.
Back in the days when James Brown and them niggas was getting dope and doing extra moves and all that.
They was junkies.
But the only difference now is that it's more social media, but like it's a bigger spotlight on these kids that's doing drugs. But back then, it's just a different time and a different choice of drugs.
That's what you're
right. I got a question. Do you think they that it enhances they perform like when in the studio popping the pills? You think that
because
it enhances it?
You're not like you conscious, but you ain't really here. Like your mind is in euphoria. So
only because, right? Only because I see. This is my field right here. Only because they are using psychedelic drugs.
Right.
That's what it does to you.
But it makes sense to also say that they think that it enhances.
I'm gonna say this till I'm blue in the face, right? In my time, in my generation, if you used anything stronger than weed, you was considered a junkie. Here, right?
Right.
Even before the crack epidemic, right? You had a heroin epidemic with the Nicky Barnes and all. I was around for that.
Right.
So there's always been epidemics of drugs because why? Because it's designed like that. The government puts drugs in communities of poverty. That's what happens.
That's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? So now
these drugs are medical.
It doesn't matter. They still put them in areas of poverty. So you know what I'm saying? If you really want to analyze it, right? Let's analyze this, right? In every neighborhood, right? We're gonna talk to the black community. Every neighborhood where there's a church, there's a liquor store. You know that? It's close by, close proximity. Next thing you want to go to when you're talking about neighborhoods. What's the meaning of the word project? It means it's like a experiment. That's what project means, right?
But also,
so wait a minute. So now, right when you go into that, you're talking about neighborhoods in New York being called projects, right? I'm gonna really go into the
world. They got projects
because right now it's going into your head. So you're talking about projects, right? So now you're telling me the neighborhood I'm from. This is the psyche. The neighborhood I'm from is a project. So I'm a experiment. I'm living in the experimental neighborhood.
But that goes back to when I said y'all build, I learned a lot. These kids, nobody builds them with them.
But that's what we're talking about now. So now, look, I'm going to say this. I take my hat off to the Wallows and the Gillies and everybody trying to give the young guys their flowers and trying to get them to do better and all of that. And I would too. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, right, when you're talking to them, they probably hide right there. You feel me? So it's going in one ear and out the other. Right. And it ain't going down, or it ain't going really like I spoke to you, nephew. It ain't going really. The reality ain't going to set in until they getting filled with lead, right?
100 years,
or they getting a million years in the Fed.
Yeah,
that's when it's going to set in. And then guess what? Now you standing in front of the judge, or you getting dirt thrown on top of you in the casket. Then it sets in like, damn, I fucked up.
What do you think that?
What I think needs to happen because to me this is already the age of awareness, right?
Right.
Now I will say that their generation is more aware of things and their spirit is freer than I was when coming up because we followed the format. Yeah. What I'm saying is that we all follow the script. In our age, we follow the script. And I'm older than you. We follow the script.
Let me tell you something.
So hold on. So guess what happened to you? You came right after I relayed the script, because I got the script from
Let me say something. Here's the truth.
Right? You got the script from me and whoever I was running around with.
Here's the thing. When I was growing up, I wanted to be like my brothers. Especially Jay.
Once again,
I looked up.
That's the script.
That's how I got to the country. Think
but
about
see, them, right? They don't follow a script. They are more free. Listen, I'll give you an example, right?
But y'all got content.
Nah, I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean, right? When I came home from the feds, right? The way I dressed, right? That before I went in, I had to be matching everything. Everything was
still like that.
I'm still like that. Right, I am though. I am.
Look, I hate to be the bad
because I'm in my script, right?
Yeah.
I went to the store. I was with Wise, our cousin, Joaquin. God bless his day. I was with him. He took me shopping. First, as soon as I got out, came to halfway, I was picking me up. We went to the mall, right? Got out, took me to the mall. I see y'all want a pair of LeBrons, right? Opened up the box. One was green, the other one was pink. I said, what in the world is that? That's free spirit. I would never wear that. You see what I'm saying? It's different. The time is different. I can't. I'm not. He was like, yo, you get these. These were even he was up to it. I was like, I ain't putting that on. Give me them sky blue ones over there. That was it.
So old school though.
Nah, it's just. I'm trying to explain to you. We follow the script. They don't. You see what I'm saying? They're more free thinkers. That's just what they are. You know what I'm saying? And then it's even after their generation, right? Mm-hmm. It's even more. They're even more in tune with free thinking. Because now, guess what? They're using the psychedelic drugs.
Guys.
So do all that time together? You know what I'm saying? They're using psychedelic drugs. It's more free thinking.
But these kids are starting to think like that too, though.
You follow what I'm saying? When you use psychedelic drugs, your mind, like.
What about the one that's sober?
What you mean the one that's sober?
Because
everybody's not on drugs.
What about the one that's sober?
The one that's sober is still no.
Crash out
yeah, they still crash out though when they sober. Even too.
It depends. If you see, I can't.
I still crash out.
I can't give a medical. I can't give a. I can't give a. I can't give a medical analysis on somebody that's sober that crash out.
But I still crash out though, especially my family.
But I'm saying I can't give a medical analysis of somebody that crashed out.
No, he's saying, well, how you feel about the young kids that's sober that still be making bad decisions?
Because for me, for somebody that's sober,
you think about
I'm gonna explain on that. If somebody that's sober and still crash out, I'm gonna say this is my opinion, right? You don't have to agree with it. I'm gonna say that person was either influenced by somebody else or music. Bottom line, if they in this generation.
You know what too though?
What if they just wired like that?
Right, that's what I was gonna say. I just was about to say.
Okay, so all right, so no. Tell me, right? One person you know, right, that's always sober, that's wired like that.
This is the truth. You know what though? Sometimes you be
I'm waiting for an answer, young lady. I'm waiting for an answer.
Okay, go ahead.
One person.
I can't tell you one person.
Oh, wait, man. You can't tell me one person.
I'll tell you what though, I'm sober 90% of the time.
Listen, bro.
And you
listen. My G. Listen, my G.
But he was raised like that.
Listen, my G. Nobody's questioning your gangster. I'm not questioning yours, all yours, right?
No,
what I'm saying is, I'm explaining to you. What I'm saying is, this is good for talk. What I'm saying is that nobody, for you to have a thought to crash out, it was an influence that happened. That's an influence. So now, unless you're crazy, which would mean you would be in a mental institute, right? That's the only other thing I can see.
Well, I don't think. But here's the thing. Shout out to Tiz Long. His father was a beast, and he got his father blood running through his veins. Right? So we got to take some kind of thing for that, too. It goes back to, like I said, when I grew up, I wanted to be like my brothers. Things that is still me, don't play with me. That's where I got it from, my brothers.
Okay, I understand that. But at the end of the day, right, my generation, all down to your generation, to their generation, to his generation, right? That is a big, big, giant gap of awareness that was missed that they now have that I feel is being neglected. Only because of the mind-altering chemical.
But let me ask you a question. Do you think, and I want you to keep it a band, do you think that our generation has something to do with it? Because hear me out. We got 50 Cent, want to be like the 50. We got Rick Ross, want to be like Rick Ross. Shout out to Rick Ross. He was just down here. We had a party with him. And Jonathan, shout out to him. Rick Ross, the Nicky Ball, every rapper, not every rapper, some of the rappers name themselves after them kind of legends, right? So with them, our generation, niggas was killing niggas. Like for real, laying them down. Do you think that some of the youth want to be like them killers? Because it's our people, our age, that they mimic themselves after them.
I mean, now.
So y'all think we had something to do with that? Let me ask y'all that.
I don't think I had nothing to do with
Thank you. I don't think we had nothing to do with it.
Well, that's why we keep it in bed, and in the kitchen we keep it real.
I'm gonna tell you,
what you think?
Times change, and ain't nobody looking up to nobody no more.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's right, and I know that.
Wait, but let me hear that because I know that's important. Because I was trying to think
people
that.
take like we the same age. If I see Killer do something good, I'm like, all right, shit, maybe I need to do that good.
Right.
That's what I just said.
And then the younger age, like these niggas is rapping and all that.
Right.
Example is a guy named Lil Jeff. He died. There's a whole other generation coming up on him. These guys like 16.
Right? That's what I'm saying, y'all.
And going crazy. So like, it's like certain people attract to certain energies.
Look, if you really want to know,
oh, you think it's the energy, like certain people.
What it is it's like, look, I'm.
So, you don't think your generation got nothing to do with it?
Because
that's what I'm saying.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you, not to say that we had Killer. I know that.
Take some responsibility.
No, I'm not taking responsibility for that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, right? And I told you this in the car. What I'm saying, you gotta listen to what I'm saying. Listen, let me finish.
That happening was a reason. Like niggas getting thrown on the roof because you owe nigga money. These niggas getting killed because you stepped on.
Exactly. Ain't that the conversation we had in the car?
A dude,
senseless murder. That's what I said.
Niggas kill you about their girl.
Listen, K-Rock, you gotta listen to what the young boys are saying, because what he's saying is what I'm saying. Like the ideology is different.
Right.
It's different. It's not the same.
Crash it out for no reason.
Right. You didn't crash out for no reason.
Right. That makes sense.
We crashed out if somebody owed us some money, or we was going to take over a block or something like that. It was a purpose behind why we crashed out.
You see what I'm saying? But
nowadays, it's guys are crashing out because they be high.
But a lot of places, and not like every place that we in Raleigh.
Right.
On different blocks, people inherit beef.
Right.
So not all beef is just sparked off of being high and a nigga bumps you. Some niggas just like, alright, well, my uncle been beef with this nigga. Now we 20 years old or we 18 years old.
Right.
I got my hand on the gun. You got your hand on the gun.
I know somebody that got killed like that.
So listen. Like y'all generation, right? That's just like my son. He got shot for somebody else's beef. He was in the way. See,
yeah.
That's what he said.
I know he said that.
So now, with that being said, it's like, huh? So what I know about y'all, right? This is what I know about y'all.
About us.
Yeah, about y'all, right? Y'all my nephews, so that's different. I'm talking about the generation. Like the generation, they don't respect like what we would call a hood legend. No, like we talked about. Listen to me. Yeah, listen to what I'm saying. You gotta let me finish my thoughts, so then you'll see. Prime example, right? Even though he was a rat, Alpo. A lot of this y'all don't know. He was still uptown putting pressure on people.
He was
putting pressure on people. Like he putting pressure on people.
A young nigga. That young nigga killed him.
Smashed them, but do you know why?
Because it's girl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't care what you did in 91, 89.
These young boys
I'm going to get this joint and I'm going to knock your head off. And I'm going to finish the job. So when I say don't respect the hood legends, I mean, it's not necessarily saying that you don't respect him, because you're going to respect him because he's just another man as well. You just respecting him as a man. But it's a different type of respect to when my generation and your generation if the respect was different. I'll give you an example. Back when I was coming up, you hear a name in the street, and you be like, oh, that's what's the name, and I'm from so and so. He get it in. So that's respect. Nowadays, right? Oh, that's what's the name from so. I'll smash that. I'll crash out on that name. But see the difference?
My thing is, I was raised on respect. You gotta respect me, even in my relationship.
But what I'm telling you, K-Rock, is you keep talking about what you're saying is what I'm saying, but you just
I know we are.
Yeah, so you can't. When it comes to them, they are different. That's a different generation. You know how far going down the line they are from.
I'm 18 years older than Amari, and that's my first son. I feel like, I'm not gonna say I grew up with him, but
he watched me
grow up too.
Right, that's
I'm
what
gonna tell you something.
That's what I mean. You watched me grow up. That's a good one.
I'm gonna tell you something.
That's what I
mean. You better make sure, and this is something that I seen a few years ago, make sure he respect you as his father and not his homeboy.
Oh yeah, fact too.
No,
because that's a father.
Yeah, fact. That authority gotta be
there.
Yeah. But he didn't watch my mistakes and watch me correct them as well.
That's a problem. Now let me.
That's good though. Because everybody make mistakes. I want to say that. Listen, it ain't about like we just want to bash y'all, because everybody does make mistakes, but we really, people, the youth, we really want to help you guys. I just wish, and we'll do an episode about that, how we build. Like my brothers, they did what they did, but they also build. Like I learned from that. So back to what
I want to talk about it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because
I think y'all generation got a little bit.
Me too.
So why do you feel?
I do, James. I do. I ain't gonna lie.
Why do you feel like
we gotta take some responsibility?
I think I caused the disconnect.
See, let's hear them out.
I want to hear them.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Tell me.
Give me an example.
I had a conversation with the bros like a few months ago.
I gotta hear this out.
So like I would tell them like we got kids.
My
oldest son is 12, right? Like do kids from born from like 2010
Shannon Sharpen and make the people.
Yeah, go ahead. What you say?
Kids that born from 2010.
They do. I'm a lady.
Yeah.
Do you think they know that if we in a room and an old lady come in here, like you supposed to get your seat up?
Oh, good point.
You think they know that more?
That's good.
All right.
You walk into a house, you speak to everybody.
That makes sense.
They don't know that.
So look, I learned this from my grandmother when I was younger, right?
Right.
Now y'all generation, y'all want to be cool with y'all grandkids. Y'all think y'all hit.
Oh, not me.
What happened to 70-30 in the street? We give a nigga a pat, yo. Give me 70, you take 30.
It went out. It went out with 60-40.
Oh, right. So we're not in the streets no more. We do not condone that. We're not. Here's the thing. Back in the day.
And if you are, don't snitch. As far as like, I want to address nephew. He said that he feel like my generation had a part of that.
I
right?
do too.
Now I'm gonna tell you why I don't feel like that. Because, right, when you look at my generation, right, I'm mid-50, right? So the reason why I don't feel like that is because 50, my generation is a couple generations, maybe even 3, before y'all.
Everything don't translate, so like one generation is not responsible for one generation.
Thank you.
You take pieces and things from people, and it might translate to the next generation. So like, I like your jacket. Right. Well, I really like you, but I'll take your style. Boom, let me get that jacket.
Oh, right. That jacket is hot.
Jeans on.
Shout out to BK.
Now I'm mixing two different generations.
But we like your style.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'll take
your hoodie, fair God. I'll take that.
I'll take from one generation to the next, and then boom. Now my generation is mixed between two generations that was before me or ahead of me.
You right.
Took it from somebody else. So one generation is not responsible for everything. Everything revolves.
And we try.
Your generation. Pants, it was skinny jeans before that.
Right.
Let me back to skinny jeans. So everything from every different generation is just.
It just comes back around 360 degrees.
So no one person.
This is the youngest generation we got in the house.
Right.
Pino, I want to know your take really quick. I know you want to play the cut, but I want to know your take. What do you think? Do you think our generation has something to do with it? Do you think Shane's generation has something to do with it? Or do you think dudes just be crashing out just to crash out? Or maybe they got bad tempers, they might be stressed out. What do you think? I have to ask you because you're the youngest.
You the one I'm talking to.
We want to talk to your generation. So what do you think?
I ain't gonna lie. To be honest with you, it is probably their generation.
Right. He said,
thank you. It's y'all. It's y'all. No. Listen. But go ahead. Let him finish his thought.
Let him speak, and then you go next. Come on, tell me what you think. You think it's their generation and what?
Because, they play a big part in that. You gotta think nowadays everybody that cheeky, bang, all that.
I like Chief Keef. I like that. Right.
That's really their age. I mean, I'm not saying that they grew up listening to them. Nah, I know that. But
I listen to Chief Keef.
That's who we looking up to. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question.
It was a wild one.
Hold on, let me finish his thought.
Yeah.
We looking up to them. That's
right.
how it goes.
Can I ask you a question though?
I like that answer.
You look up to your brother, right? Do you?
Yeah,
right? And you want to mimic. Yeah, these your brothers, and you want to mimic certain things. Like, do you want to take certain qualities? Like, do you want to take the good with the bad? That's what I want to know. Like, do you take the good from them with the bad? Like, and I'm not saying they bad.
Next time we gonna mic y'all up too, so yeah. I hope they get.
We got extra mics.
Yeah, I always take the good with the bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's all bad. I don't.
No, but what I said, I like your answer because that's what I've been saying.
Wait, I ain't finished. I didn't hear you. Do you say good with bad?
Yeah,
of course.
Because I want to try to say like, yeah, they are motivational too, right? Like you learn good from it. Because I don't want it to all be bad. Our thing is just this epic. Like we tired of losing y'all, man. Not y'all, but like damn. Like I'm going. My friend's son, 24 years old. He died.
The Chief Keef ever birthed them.
I'm not saying that they really birthed them.
No.
Birth, but it's shaped.
It's shaped. Right, I got what you say.
It's day era. That's all I'm saying. Like it's all day era.
I tell you what though. I tell you what.
They come out day era.
Kelly don't like that shit.
You say he like that. He over there like.
Yeah, he like
It was game.
It was on the game. And then
but now it's really game because of.
And that came out of nowhere.
I want to say something really quick since you said that. Here's my thing, and this is very, very important, and I want you to speak on this after this. To all my younger generation, a lot of y'all dudes be loyal by a fault. Y'all be over loyal. I know it's the Bloods, it's this, that, and that. But don't you ever ride for no motherfucking person that's gonna not ride for you. If a nigga tell you that he did something in these streets, show me. Don't you crash out. Let the nigga show you. Because there's a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying, that crash out for dudes because they over loyal. I want you to drop a jewel with that about being over loyal. It's happened to me. It's happened to you. Like you said the last episode, you took a charge for a nigga that you didn't have to take care. This is something else that these young boys do. They crash out for niggas. Older dudes, they dudes. And sometimes they don't be loyal. So I want you to speak on that, about them crashing out for people that don't deserve it.
Auntie, I'm glad you said something about.
Thank you, because we got to say that. We got to talk about that. They need to hear that.
I'm glad you said something about Bloods and Crips.
Right.
Their generation is the.
You know why I'm gonna say it ain't my generation?
Why?
Because the Bloods and the Crips. That's what we talking about.
No,
you gotta Listen, one thing I do know, right? I'm gonna tell you what I take responsibility for. I take responsibility for poisoning my neighborhood with drugs. Listen to what I'm saying. Now I got to be the voice of reason.
But you got to take.
I got to be the voice. I got to be the voice of reason, right? The responsibility falls on you when you make the choice to sell a narcotic. So that's a choice. You don't have to do it. You see what I'm saying? You can choose to get a job. So the person that's dealing with a sickness of an addiction, because that's what it's called, they can't help themselves.
They could have not had to
listen to me. They cannot help themselves because why? They have an addiction.
But they would have never been addicted if they didn't start it,
it started before you and me. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? That's the part that I'm going to accept responsibility for, is putting poison in my community. So right? So now
I gotta say
the reason for me even starting to hustle, right? You know what started me hustling was one time. No, I'm gonna tell you why. One time, right? Back in the days, that when Patrick Ewing came into the NBA, he had a contract with Adidas, right?
Okay,
a lot of people don't know that, right?
I had Patrick.
And he came out with a pair of Adidas, and they was orange and blue for the Knicks, and then he had some red and white ones, right? Well, the red and white ones was the new color, right? And I was so mad because I wanted the blue and orange ones bad. And a friend of mine who was an only child, right? This is what made me start selling hustling. As you know, just like Stan Smith, a lot of people don't remember this. But it had the Patrick Ewing on the face, on the tongue, just like Stan Smith Adidas, right?
Okay.
And I was so mad that he got him because he was the only child, so he got him. He was one of them privileged kids. They give him everything,
right?
And so I was mad about that. And so I said, I'm gonna make me some money, whatever I do. So I used to go to the Brooklyn Bridge. I was selling newspapers because I always was hustling, right?
You had jobs, Roy Rogers, and the shoe store.
And then for my birthday, my father gave our mother, from that point on, right? I was so mad that it took me almost a year to get those Patrick Ewing Adidas. And I said, I'm going to get me some money.
But mommy still.
And then the next thing you know, that good friend of mine that I was in the car with, that tooted on the white girl.
Oh, yeah, he took that little one too.
Me and him got together, and I talked to a couple of people, and I was introduced to Spanish Harlem. And once I got introduced to Spanish Harlem, it was on. And then I met Abba Dabba, Fats, and we started the family, because we had the family before being that.
And we like to give our subscribers to have their thought on the topic of the night, right? So if you feel is a way about the young generation, or if our generation has something to do with it, we would like to hear from you guys. You click the bell button, you subscribe below. We love you guys, our followers, and if you want to follow us, it's all good. This is going to be positive, motivational. That's what we're doing.
And we're trying to fix the problem.
This is my real brother in real life, my flesh and blood, my nephews in real life. And we want to hear y'all, y'all come back. We always give to the community, we always give stuff.
Thank y'all for showing up.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to my nephews, we appreciate you. This is J-Rock, K-Rock in the kitchen 718. We'll be cooking.
This combo done?
And I think the food is done.